Chapter 5. Chapter 5. Army Regulation 517 Army Idea Excellent Program. October 1990. Chapter 5 Evaluation Policy and Procedure 5.1 Suggestors Evaluation Entitlements. Suggestors are entitled to clear, complete, and fair evaluations of their ideas. Evaluators should be predisposed to approve rather than disapprove, be willing to work with cooperating with the suggester seeking the value elements of the ball submission. Because of the idea directly at the economic effectiveness of the Army federal government, evaluators must give suggestions timely through responses. 5.2 Functional Proponent Duties. The functional proponent is liable for the idea of evaluation at all levels of command. However, the commander authorizes alternative approaches to the evaluation with the command. They may use the team to conduct the internal reviews, local suggestion programs, and use the personal qualified subject matter, and in addition with the functional proponent representative. 5.3 The evaluation completion time. Receipt, evaluation, disposition, approval, disapproval, return forward. The ideas shall take no more than a total of 30 calendar days at each commander level. Each case which savings must be validated to the external agency in a number of 30 days allotted. 55.4 Recommended format. Evaluations performed using the IDX automated system were available. If not, the DA Form 240400 suggestion evaluation will be used. When the evaluations are prepared with the DA Form 2440, the functional proponent and the primary contact must ensure the sufficient data to support the recommendation, adopted, non-adopted, or other to support the payment or non-payment of the award included. 5.5 Functional Proponent Options. If the functional proponent has an authority to make the final disposition, he or she must either adopt or not adopt the idea to prove that for testing for an adoption is to be valid. The functional proponent must be willing to be able to implement the idea adopted. The adoption carries with the obligation to implementation the earliest possible times. Non-adoption can be taken the former or either of the following: disapproval of the case, disapproval for the cause, disposition of any idea already in use or using coordination, duplicates of ideas or other proposals already developed within the functional proponent office, previously acquired for the non-Army idea excellence proposal sources, can not adopted on the grounds provided by the early proposal was actively considered during the 2 years before the functional proponent received the current idea. Backup documentation substantiating the disposition is required. If the functional proponent cannot make final disposition approval of the testing, he or she may be recommended against adoption of the testing if more than one organization has been put into evaluation. The organization to which the idea has been sent according to the others in preparing the final assessment, taking all the other inputs and outcomes. All organization involved in the coordination process, including the evaluation, if the proponent determines non-coordinated, if required, that he or she should be stated. Whatever the disposition is made, the functional proponent in all cases provide a rational for what has been done. The justification will need to be lengthy, should reflect the serious consideration of the idea submitted. All points made by the suggester should be addressed, and the reasons given to the idea is not meritorious. If the disposition is already made in use or under consideration, details, facts must be provided. With a similar proposal previously considered, the evaluation must indicate the idea contributed with the action in any way. When the appropriate statement of the net is estimated actual benefits, total for first year benefits, loss, the cost, implementation of the idea should be provided. It should indicate how the cost, benefits, and were determined, such as the date is required for the adopted ideas, as well as those to be forwarded to the higher level of decision or approved for the testing. If the benefits intangible for the field functional proponent is required for the recommended precise award amount with the appropriate range provided with the figure 5.2. The functional proponent at all levels will provide the cost of benefit analysis proposal recommended forward to the higher headquarters proposed by the functional proponent. Such as analysis must, however, be limited to the cost benefits functional proponent level organization local major commandments. Evaluators should be, for example, speculate on the cost benefits of the Army as a whole. The functional proponent receives an idea mistakes and does not in technical jurisdiction over or primary interest in the subject. The idea should be returned to the primary contact with the appropriate action with the functional proponent identified. Contributions with tangible benefits. A quick guide to calculating awards on tangible benefits. Up to $10,000 is 10%. $11,000, benefits up to $11,000. Anywhere from benefits from $10,000 to $436,000, range from 10% to $1,000 out of the to $25,000. Awards over $10,000 require the approval of the Office of Personal Management. Two maximum award authorized by the Office of Personal Management. A presidential award is of up to $10,000 may be paid in addition to the $25,000. Maximum award authorized by the award. In addition, a president award up to $10,000 may be additional for the $25,000. Length of table of 5-1 estimated first year's benefits up to $10,000. 10% of the benefits $10,000 to $100,000. $1,000 for the first $10,000 plus 3% benefits to over $10,000. $100,000 plus or more $33,700 for the first $100,000 plus 0.5% benefits of the $100,000. The extent of the application, the value of the benefit, limited, extended, broad, and general, moderate, substantial, level, high value, complete, exceptional value. It gives you costs on the grade for the scales awarded based on the intangible benefits. And limited is installation, extended, major com, broad is Army, and general is DoD or wider. Chapter 6 benefits.